Gold 2009. VP Records brings you the best collection of soca hits and videos in one package.
It's all the hits from Carnival 2009, like Destra's Bacchanal.
Edwin Yearwood's Handle Your Business.
Roy K featuring Blacks doing Tusty. Looking Hot by Patrice Roberts.
And more. So look out for Soca Gold 2009, the world's best collection of soca music, in stores and online. And now.
All right, Shaman said Boogie, we're back again. What we have now is we have a person who is going to give us some information about housing. Some of these guys and females are going with backgrounds in criminal offenses, are getting denied housing. And what we're going to do is we're going to now talk to Faye Recklin, and she's going to talk a little bit about her and what she does to help people out who get into that situation. How you doing, Faye?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad you took the opportunity to come here. I know it's a busy day for some of you people, and what we want to do is give us a little bit about your background and how it relates to CORI, and then we're going to talk specifically about public housing versus private housing with landlords and different things that they can do and some things they can't do, and then some things that if they do the wrong thing, how we can, correct some of these wrongs. So we're going to throw it to you.
Okay, happy to do it. So I'm a lawyer at the Legal Assistance Corporation of Central Mass. That's the legal aid program for Worcester County. Okay. We're free legal services, and we try to help people overcome some of the barriers that we're all talking about in terms of trying to get into stable, good, affordable housing, trying to get into good employment without being discriminated against or otherwise turned away, trying to help domestic violence victims move on into a safe and better place for their families, trying to help the elders in our community kind of maintain their independence and their dignity as they age. Right. So when you ask about what we're doing specifically around CORI issues, we see a lot of our clients who are tenants trying to get into good housing that they can afford for themselves and their families, and they're blocked at the door. They can't get in because of their CORI. And there are ways that the law gives them and kind of strategies that we use with them to try to overcome those barriers so they can get into the housing of their choice.
Okay, now we know some people, they may apply for public housing where they, get the Section 8 voucher, or they apply for a Section 8 voucher, not necessarily getting it. Right. And then they apply for public housing and not necessarily getting it. Tell us a little bit about your experiences with people who, are denied this because of a criminal offense, and it may be last week, last month, or maybe 10 years from
it may be even longer than 10 years. Yeah, so the problem that we see is that many housing providers, both landlords who get government money to run privately owned places and public housing, kind of deny first and ask questions later, right? So a lot of people, as I say, get blocked when they first try to get into housing. The good news is there's a lot you can do to overcome that denial and to get into the housing. In general, people should just know that public housing authorities and subsidized landlords, that is landlords with affordable units, have the right to get some but not all CORI. They can go directly to the Criminal History Systems Board and get CORI showing convictions and pending charges. So a lot of times they'll get the CORI, they'll see something really maybe very old, and they'll deny. But for all this government housing, public housing, Section 8 vouchers, private subsidized housing, people have the right to appeal a denial. And then they go in for a hearing with the housing authority or the housing provider or the landlord, and they explain what was going on. We helped a gentleman in the southern part of Worcester County who had a CORI that was 25 years old. And the housing authority in that particular city denied him. And we went to a hearing, and the point of the hearings is you show how you've turned your life around. You're not the person you were when you committed whatever shows up on your CORI. You are a changed person. It might have had to do with addiction that you've overcome. You might be in recovery now, and the CORI was from when you were using. And we often turn denials around, and people get into housing because they show I'm not that same person.
And that's a beautiful thing. And what is the difference between a public housing versus a private landlord?
Public housing authorities can get access to CORI much more easily than private landlords can. Private landlords have to petition the board, and they have to show there's this overwhelming public interest for them to get the CORI, and that doesn't happen a lot. So private landlords are kind of unregulated out there on their own, but the public housing authorities get CORI pretty easily. But as I say, it's only pending and convictions, so people should not be showing their CORI to the housing authority.
Right.
The housing authority gets a limited view of what may be on the CORI.
Okay, well, how can somebody get connected with you guys to let them know, give them your contact information for legal assistance?
Sure. So Legal Assistance Corporation of Central Mass, it's a mouthful. We're at 405 Main Street. And in Worcester, sorry. And people can come in or call. We have an intake center called the Mass Justice Project. They can call the intake center at 831-9888, or they can call us directly at 752-3718, and we'll figure out how to direct them so that if they have evictions because of criminal activity or denials getting into housing, we want to help them.
Okay, well, we're going to be right back in a minute with some more videos. We want to thank Faye. We have some more people on the panel. We're going to get to them. Stay tuned. We're going to check out this next video. Your man said boogie, musicmaniatv.com.
Gold 2009. VP Records brings you the best collection of soca hits and videos in one package.
It's all the hits from Carnival 2009, like Destro's Bacchanal.
Edwin Yearwood's Handle Your Business.
Roy K featuring Black's Doing Tusty. Looking Hot by Patrice Roberts.
And more. So look out for Soca Gold 2009, the world's best collection of soca music, in stores and online. Now.